Hello, my friends. Welcome to Granny B's house. Are you having a good day? Oh, I hope so. Granny B's having a pretty good day. Are you remembering to be kind to those people around you? Are you remembering to do little things to make the world a better place? Well, you know the world will be a better place for us if we make the world a better place for others. So let's try to remember to treat other people the way we'd like to be treated ourselves. Well, Granny B scored big at the resale store the other day. I got 16 books on sale in a bag, and they were all hand-picked. It took me a long time to choose all these books, but I chose them all with you in mind. So I hope you'll enjoy reading with me or listening, because Granny B likes getting bargains on books. This book is called Two Tyrones. The Two Tyrones is written by Wade Hudson and illustrated by Mark Page. Let's see. When Granny B grew up, I was the only person with my name in my whole class. And I never found another person with my name until I was working in a bank much later on as an adult. So if you have another person in your class with the same name, you might understand about this book and how important it is to have your own name. So I'll get out of the way so you can see these good pictures. It was the first day of a new school year. Tyrone was excited about seeing his school friends again. More than that, Tyrone wanted to show off his new sneakers. Tyrone Rashawn Williams, those sneakers are not the reason you're going to school, his mother told him. I know, Mom. All right, just don't get carried away, she said. Tyrone had bought the sneakers with his own money. He had done errands all summer to earn enough. His sneakers were the newest brand. Tyrone just knew he'd be the first one in his class to have a pair. But when Tyrone reached the schoolyard, he saw his best friend Jamal. Look, we're wearing the same sneakers, Jamal said proudly. Tyrone looked at Jamal's feet. Sure enough, Jamal had on the same sneakers, same brand, same color. Yeah, Tyrone said, same sneakers. He didn't feel as excited as he had on his way to school. When Tyrone entered the school building, almost every boy he saw had on a pair of his sneakers. His first day of school was not off to a very good start. What else could go wrong? Soon, Tyrone's class was busy working. A tall boy walked into the room. He gave the teacher a slip of paper. Mrs. Crosby read the paper and smiled. Class, meet Tyrone Rashawn Williams. Welcome to our school, she told the new boy. Isn't that amazing? Now we have two Tyrone Rashawn Williamses in our class. Jamal elbowed Tyrone. He's got your name, he said. Two Tyrones. We've got two Tyrones. Snap, said Tyrone. What a bummer. He watched the new boy take his seat. He's got sneakers like mine too, Tyrone sighed. He laid his head on his desk. No, this was not a good first day for Tyrone. Every time Mrs. Crosby called the name Tyrone, the other Tyrone answered. Even when the teacher meant the old Tyrone, the new Tyrone would answer. When Tyrone got home, he told his mother about his first day. I told you not to get carried away with those sneakers, she said. And so what if someone else has your name? But he answers when the teacher calls on me. He even answers when my friends call me. Give it a few days, son. Your class needs time to get used to life with two Tyrones. But after a few days, it was still a problem. During math, Mrs. Crosby asked, Tyrone, will you write the answers on the board? Both Tyrones got up and reached for the chalk. The class exploded with laughter. Another day, at recess, the new Tyrone threw a ball. He accidentally hit a third grader. He never even got a chance to say he was sorry. When the principal heard about it, he sent for the old Tyrone. What's gotten into you, Tyrone? Asked Mr. Jarvis. You've always been one of our best students. But it wasn't me, cried Tyrone. Who was it then? Asked the principal. It must have been the other Tyrone Williams, the new Tyrone. The new Tyrone? Yes, sir, answered Tyrone. Oh, that's right. Suddenly Mr. Jarvis remembered. There's a new boy whose name is Tyrone Williams, too. I'm sorry, Tyrone. Go back to your class. We'll straighten this all out. Tyrone decided that he had to do something himself. He couldn't go through a whole school year being mistaken for someone else. At dinner, he shared his problem with his father. There has to be an answer, said Dad. Just think about it. Tyrone thought about it for a while. I have it, he said. One of us can use a nickname. I could use TR, my initials. Good idea, said Dad. Why don't you ask the new Tyrone what he thinks? I'm sure he doesn't like getting mistaken for you either. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow, said Tyrone. Thanks, Dad. His father smiled. Don't thank me, son. You thought of it yourself. The next day, the two Tyrones talked about their problem. It's confusing for two people in the same class to have the same name, the old Tyrone said. I know, said the new Tyrone, but what can we do? One of us could use a nickname. The new Tyrone thought about that. Solid, he said. They call me TR at home, and I like it. I'll tell everyone to call me TR. But that's what I chose, the old Tyrone started to say. Then he thought, if the new Tyrone calls himself TR, I'll be the one and only Tyrone. So the old Tyrone said, okay, I'm down with that. From that day on, everyone called the new Tyrone TR, except, of course, when Mrs. Crosby called the roll. But that was all right with the old Tyrone. He knew he'd be the one and only Tyrone the rest of the day. Besides, the new Tyrone, or rather TR, had become a good friend. Well, wasn't that a good way to work out the problem? Do you have other people in your class with the same name? How do you do that? How do you differentiate between you and the other people? Did one of you take a nickname? Well, it sounds like a good solution to me. Well, I hope whoever is in your class and whatever their name is, you're being kind to them. So you just remember that Granny B loves you, no matter what your name is. And I want you to come back and see me again real soon so I can read you another story. Okay? Bye-bye.